Okay, guys, so you can see the PowerPoint. So, last night, was it last night? Yes, last night was Tuesday. Last night, August 1st was last night. Today is August 2nd for those of you watching the recording. We had 14 new rising stars on the Zoom call, and it was a really inspiring phone call. It was obviously a Zoom. And we basically talked about the fact that tenure didn't matter, but it was this group of coaches that was pushing toward diamond. And some really cool things came out of it. And I could go on and on about how amazing it was and how much energy was on that line. If you're not in that and you want to push for diamond, or you have someone on your team that wants to push for diamond, strongly suggest that you get into that group with your coach so that you guys can do it together. Or if you are trying to aim for diamond, talk to your personally sponsored coach about doing it with you, because it's a group team effort. But a lot of cool things came out of it. And one of the things I just couldn't wait was freemiums. So freemiums, as Heidi is I think on our team, the best at freemiums. I don't even feel qualified with Heidi on this call teaching you guys about freemiums, but I also didn't want to call her today and be like, can you get me a PowerPoint presentation in 6 hours on freemiums? She probably would have killed me, because she would have done it if I asked her. But I do feel like it's taken me 3 years to do my freemiums. It's taken me 3 years to get a good process, and I finally have a process that's working. So I want to share with you my process, and then I would love for Heidi to jump in at the end and talk about how her process is a little bit different, because I think the key with freemiums is figuring out what works for you. And if any of you guys know Beatrice Hernandez, she is part of Health Nuts. And she is also a freemium goddess. And for a long time, when I started freemiums, I tried to copy what she was doing on social media. And this just goes back to how you have to be authentic to you. And I was copying exactly the way she would post, the way she would try to market, and it was not working. So I basically had to try different things to see what worked for me. So you're going to have to do the same thing. I doubt it's going to take you 3 years, but I will walk you through my process, and everything that you want to know is going to be recorded, and then I'm going to post a few things in the coach page so everyone has access to it. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to walk you through that. But before we get into that, why isn't this working? We are going to... There we go. Okay. Everybody should have a Team Cup team. If you don't, I'm so sorry that happened, because it's too late. Team Cup closed. So hopefully you've got a team. The thing that's super exciting is when Juliet posted today that on August 1st, she was already at Club 6. Team Cup, it's not about Success Club, although it is about camaraderie and getting excited. But what my goal is for all of you guys with Team Cup is to think about, at the end of August, I want you to be able to reflect on what you struggled with before Team Cup and what you got good at in the process of working with your Team Cup team. So that's what I want you to do. You've obviously got a leader on your team. I want you to think a little bit about what's changed in your business. How do you feel today? You guys can mute your phones. That'd be awesome. How do you feel today? If you feel scared to do invites, but by the end of Team Cup, you're an inviting machine, then that's awesome. I want you to celebrate that and pay a lot of attention to what you're doing to get yourself over the fence. I did a live video today about pushing yourself over the fence, because that's where growth happens, because then you can share that with your future coaches, and that's how you duplicate process. All right. And had to include the awesome cute sweatshirt, because if everyone on your Team Cup team hits Success Club 6, that sweatshirt is yours. So there's that. This is probably one of the most exciting things that's come out in Beachbody for a long time. So Heidi went to the 2-Star Diamond Retreat this past January, right? Yeah, gosh, that feels like forever ago. I went the year before. It's always held out in LA. When Heidi went, it was 2 stars and above. I went by myself, did not know a soul. Heidi went by herself, knew a couple people from Health Nuts, but it's amazing. It's amazing the experience that you get. It's small, it's intimate, and they just changed it so that now you only have to be a lifetime 1-star diamond, but you've got to hit 1-star by the end of December. And obviously you have to be a full 1-star, which means you have to get through the 6-week qualification process, which if you ask anyone, it's not easy, right? Because I've been trying to qualify for a long time. Julie, I have a question.
I do. So I'm a lifestar. It's been a long day. A lifetime 1-star. So that means I qualify.
You have to hit 1-star in December.
So I have to, so I have to do it again. I have to hold my 1-star.
You don't have to hold it for 6 weeks. Once you're a lifetime 1-star, that means that's your forever rank, but you have to be 1-star at least 1 week in December.
Okay. So wait, say that again. So I have to, because I'm a lifetime 1-star already.
But you're not a 1-star right now.
Now, so I have to do it for at least a week in December. Okay.
Exactly. So you don't have to, once you're a lifetime 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, you don't ever have, like if you lose rank, and it happens, right? You don't ever have to hold the rank again for 6 weeks. Right. But you do have to hit it where it's asking you to hit it. Let's see. Someone's got a question. Let me check in the chat. Oh, Pam's just answering. So yeah, so you're 1-star, but you just have to make sure that you're back to 1-star by December. And I'm sure there's specifics. Yeah.
But Trace, it looks like on number 2 there that it does have to be for 6 weeks. So I'm confused.
Well, she's already held it for 6 weeks. She is if you're a lifetime 1-star, that means she's already qualified and held it for 6 weeks.
But that's for new qualifying, right?
That's for new qualifying.
If you're a diamond and you're trying to get to 1-star, then you have to go through the qualification process of holding it for 6 weeks in a row. And then you become a 1-star, and then if that diamond who is your 1-star loses rank, you have to be 1-star in December.
So I gotta go talk to Amy Widdicombe or find another diamond to get back.
Yes, exactly. And this is good stuff, you guys, because when you're trying to qualify for 2-star or 5-star or 6-star, it's a team effort, right? And this is where, when we always say to check your back office on Wednesday, when you are one of the diamonds that's helping your personally sponsored coach hold rank, you've got to be checking your back office to make sure that you are doing everything in your power to make sure, like, oh my goodness, my cousin just postponed their bag of Shakeology. I better give them a call so they don't go inactive. Because if my cousin goes inactive, then I'm not diamond anymore. And then my coach has to start over again with that 6-week qualification process. So anytime you're going for the next higher rank, you have to hold it for 6 weeks, and then that coach becomes a 6-star. And then if one of those diamonds drops and the coach is a 5-star, then they're always a lifetime 6-star, but their current rank is a 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be an FAQ, but it's super, super exciting. And I'm pretty sure every single one of you have already earned 10 elite points. And if you're a brand new coach and you're aiming for this, because there's no reason why you can't, right? There's diamonds that happen in 90 days, and then all you have to do is get your husband or your mom or your sister who's actually working the business to become a diamond. It's totally doable. It's totally doable in 6 months' time. So I feel like this is so exciting because 2-star is a different story. You're juggling 2. But 1-star, that is doable in 6 months. This is open for anybody on the team to go. And when you become, when you have 10 elite points, the more elite points you have, Beachbody pays for additional things. So you can get free hotel rooms, you can get travel cash. It's all in the FAQ, but I don't know what the FAQ is. So I'll be posting that later. But this is really an amazing opportunity. It's one of the best trainings you're ever going to get. And you're with this elite group. You walk into your hotel room, you get like bags of gifts. I mean, it's just, they treat you like royalty. And it really is just such an awesome time to network with other people that are in the same shoes as you. Okay. So you guys hear the term, we talk about like hustlers on our team, like hashtag hustlers. I'm a hustler. You're a hustler. She's a hustler. I have to say that Kira's team, Katie and Valentina, they pulled it out. They blew it out of the park. Katie and Valentina were both at Success Club 2 on Monday. And they ended up at Success Club 6, both of them, in order to really crush the month of July and roll into August. And Candace, who is going to be an Emerald coach tomorrow, I wanted to highlight her instead of waiting for 2 weeks. She also is a brand new coach, and she was sitting at Success Club 2 on Monday and blew it away and got to Success Club 6 by August 1st. So that right there is like the do whatever it takes attitude. Like, we all are busy. Like, Katie's a working woman with kids. Valentina works. Candace has high schoolers and she's busy. She's got kids in camp. She's got running a daycare in her house, which has been her business for the past couple of years. And everybody has something, and everybody has an excuse to say why we can't. But these 3 people said why they could. And I think that that is the epitome of hustle. And so I had to give them some awesome kudos, because that kind of stuff is so inspiring and contagious on the team. So Katie, Valentina, Candace, awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad Katie's on the call for her kudos. Yay. How are you? She just gave a thumbs up. Okay, good. All right, so Irene is the first person to get her free ticket to Summit. So she's another hustler. I think that's so awesome. She's hit Success Club for, I think now it's been 4 months in a row. I was a little bit late getting this up, but she's going to Indianapolis without having to pay the $199 ticket or $149 or whatever it was. I don't even know what it costs at this point. But Irene, awesome job. You're another one who is at Success Club 4 on Monday morning. You ended up at Success Club 6. And it's just that attitude of like, I'm not going to wait until tomorrow. I'm going to make sure that I hit it. It's just like a non-negotiable for these people, for these coaches that are really understanding the importance of it. And I just really want to highlight and recognize that effort. It's really the effort, not so much the Success Club, right? It's that mentality. So awesome job, Irene. Proud of you. You earned that ticket. Well deserved. Awesome. I know there's going to be several more on our team, which is super exciting. And then we had a lot of coaches join in July. So obviously I'm not going to call all those out, but if you want that image, you can take it from Poach, the Poach page. You can chop off the bottom. You can add your logo. You can put it on your team page. Do whatever you want with it. But those are the team coaches for July. So pretty exciting to have some new coaches. Okay, got to recognize Dina, Success Club leader. So amazing. Success Club 14, proud of you. But July is typically a really slow month, and you're looking at like Juliet and Heidi and Pam and Alicia, who's not even allowed to use social media and keeps crushing Success Club, and Kira and Megan and Jen Pride and Sarah and Deanna and Valentina and Katie and Irene and Candace. Amazing month for what is historically a little bit tricky, which is one of the reasons why they do Summit in July. Awesome job. And then what I loved most about the recruiting is that there's a lot of husbands and brothers and just males on here, which shows me that a lot of you guys are going for 1 star. You're building up a spouse, which not only helps you with that rank, but when you build that spouse, you're setting your spouse up for Team Cycle bonus, which is going to compound your income. So that gets me really excited to see Daniel Hahn and Andrew Shaw and Nick D'Amico. He's on here quite a bit, I have to say. Nick does make an appearance. And my own brother, Kirk. You know, I have to say that gets me excited to see. When I see that, I know that those coaches are working super hard, because not only are they maintaining their own account, but they're also building something on the side as well that is going to pay off in dividends. So awesome job for the men. All right, let's get to it. Any questions or any announcements that I missed? Anyone want to say anything? I can only see like 4 of you when I have the PowerPoint this way. No? Okay. All right. Freemiums. So why do we do them? So freemiums are something, and this is where you want to take a lot of notes. Freemiums are something that you should put into your operating rhythm on a monthly basis. Definitely run a freemium every single month. Melanie Mitra runs a freemium the same week every month. I've tried that. That's not really what works for me. I move my freemium around based on kind of my challenge, or what I have going on personally, or what the school schedule is like in the Northeast, since a lot of my freemiums are sometimes local. But they create conversations with people that you don't know well, or people that you haven't spoken to in a long time. It helps you build a relationship. It allows other people to know who you are, right? Because you're able to pick things that are important to you to talk about. And it offers something to the world that gives value and that makes a difference. And one of the things that I talked about last night with the New Rising Stars was, are we making a difference? Are we adding value? And are we connected to what our own personal culture is? So freemiums are huge because they really allow your followers to get to know who you are. What should a freemium be about? Go back to your top 10 list. So if you have not taken Faithfully Fit Academy, we did this exercise in the last training where you had to write 10 things about yourself. If you are taking Faithfully Fit Academy, it's been updated, but it's similar to writing something about yourself that helps you know who you are. So go back to that list. You know, were you an athlete in high school? You know, are you a mom? Are you a working mom? Do you like to run? Have you done marathons in the past? Are you a baker? Do you love dogs, right? You could go on and on about who you are. What are you passionate about? And what are you an expert in? And if you're not sure about what you might be an expert in, ask your best friends and your family. I remember after Platinum Edge, I asked Heidi, I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm good at. I was having a really cloudy time in my life where I just didn't really know what made me different. And not that I didn't think that I had gifts, of course that, but I just was stuck. I just couldn't really see past this perspective. And Heidi took the time to write here's 10 things I want to know more about you. That exercise helped me a ton. I was like, really? You want to know how I do my makeup? That would have never crossed my mind. So things that you have to offer, you might not think about because they come so naturally to you, but other people will see things in you that they will want to know more about. So if you want some inspiration, ask somebody that knows you well. Okay. Then you need to determine the date of your freemium. So this looks jacky because I had to have some things scratched out for privacy since this will eventually go on YouTube. But my next freemium is the 7th, which is the free group. TBM means it's my total body makeover. So as I said before I get into this, what's working for me has been I do the same exact freemium every month. I started doing that in May, and for May, June, July, and now August, this will be the 4th month I'm doing the same exact freemium. And why that's been working for me is because I was working so tirelessly, as I know many of you guys have, at creating new content every month. Anti-inflammatory. I'm a fan of One Pan. Fixate recipes. And I was spending so much time writing content on freemiums that I really wasn't using again. Right? So they're in the Google Drive. You guys have access to them, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But none of them were really hitting the sweet spot for me. I have a couple biblical ones that I did that were awesome, but none of them were really it. I couldn't seem to find my niche. And then I came up with this idea to do this freemium. I took some of the days from a girl that offered the freemium in another mastermind that I'm in. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm teaching insanity fitness classes. I need to be teaching people how to exercise at home. It's what we do. So I started this total body makeover. It has a meal plan. It has the recipes that go with the meal plan. It's super simple, guys. It's here's 3 options for breakfast. Here are the recipes. Here's 3 options for lunch. Here's the recipes. And here's 3 options for dinner. Here's the recipes. And here's 5 ideas for some snacks. It's super easy. I did not do a grocery list. I did not go over and beyond like I have for some of these other groups. And I provide the meal plan, I provide the recipes, and then every day I give them a workout. And you know what I did? I put my laptop in the background and put it on mute. And I took my iPhone. This is the first month I did it. I did it day by day. I was doing workouts at 9:30 at night, getting ready for the next morning. I take my iPhone and I prop it up on the iPod right in front of the laptop. And I'll never forget, I put T25 Speed 1.0, muted Shaun T. And I was like, okay, you guys ready to go? And I copied everything Shaun T did. But I talked them through it because I know now how to be an instructor. And so, of course, he went much faster than me, but I basically gave him a 25-minute workout using Speed 1.0, because there's a lot of good stretching in that, and that was day one. And I was like, okay, so there's your workout. Comes from Beachbody On Demand. These are the workouts that work for me, but hey, have a great time doing it at home. For those that want to know, that was Shaun T. That was inspired by T25, right? So that was the first workout. And every night they get a workout to do for the next day. So this is working, it's clicking, and what it's eliminating, and I'm sure many of you guys know this, is my people who hop from free group to free group to free group. Like I have some people that were like on my 8th free group. They want to do anything free, but never, ever want to do anything other than be in my free groups. So now when they want to be like, yeah, you have another free group, I'm like, it's the same stuff as last time. Same stuff as last time. And that eliminates the time wasted on them interacting with my group or asking me questions or taking time when I know that they're not really appreciating or using the value that I'm trying to offer. So that's what my group is that's working for me. It'll work for a while. Eventually I'm going to have to change it, but I'm running that group on the 7th, okay? Again, it took me 3 years to figure out that was my niche, right? Doesn't mean I won't go back and do one pan. I think that's awesome because I attract busy moms, just as many as you guys do. But for now, this is working. So then I go back and I figure out when I'm going to do my call to actions, right? So I did a call to action that's not on here because of the month changed. I did my first call to action in July. And then I figure it out before I start marketing. Okay, I'm going to do one on Tuesday and another one goes up tomorrow night, which is going to be my last one before I close the group because my group opens on Thursday. So I figure out the date, I figure out the marketing dates, I figure out when I'm going to do the CTAs. If you have a graphics person, you get your graphics person ready. Sometimes I just get inspired and like this morning or this afternoon, I took a picture of what I was eating and I was like, I'm just going to turn this into a CTA. And sometimes they happen organically and that's fine too. But you want to be able to have different ways to market your groups. So how do you market your group, right? So there's good old-fashioned inviting, right? You see somebody at the grocery store, you bump into a neighbor, and you ask them face-to-face because that's the business that we're in, is connecting with people. Facebook posts, of course. Instagram stories has been huge. Facebook Live, Candace went and took Ashley Canfield's lead where she did a post, hey, I'm going to be going live tonight. She went live on Friday night, inviting everybody to her freemium. She failed forward. She forgot to push post. It was her first live video, so she went ahead and did it again on Sunday. So you can do live invites, which is awesome. You can talk a little bit about your group on Facebook Live and invite them. And sometimes you can even post the link in the comment and have them click the link to join the group. Email marketing. Some of you guys have newsletters. Voice text messages, texting people or doing Facebook Messenger with your voice. Tag sales, moms groups. This is really where Heidi's niche is amazing. She could talk on and on about that. Nextdoor.com. It's not a surprise. Laura, who's on Heidi's team, is having amazing success with Nextdoor.com. Craigslist, Snapchat, the list goes on. So there's a bazillion ways to talk about your freemium. Once you find your sweet spot, then you can add really cool things. You can add a Wufoo document, which I'll explain in a minute. You can link directly to your Facebook group, which is what my favorite thing to do is. I like to put the link. You can create a Facebook event. I've done many freemiums using Facebook events. A lot of coaches have great luck with Facebook events. You can create curiosity around the challenge group tracker. So Juliet does freemiums in the challenge group tracker, which I think is brilliant because then people actually get to see how the tracker works and they're like, this thing is awesome. And it's a very great segue for her to invite them into a challenge group. You can do what Beatrice does, and Heidi does well at this. She does a post on Facebook, and then she says, hey, share this post to your wall. Like this post. Share this post. Comment below, and then I'll add you to the group. So there's lots of different ways that you can market your freemium. And if you want more details on that, let's talk about that at the end because I'm not really going into a whole big thing on how to market the freemium because I want to get through what the process is, and then we'll go back to what you guys need help with. But this is what my process looks like. So this was my spontaneous post today. I spent this morning meal prepping with my kids. I made a Brussels sprout, shallot, cheese, and ground turkey egg frittata from the Shift Shop recipe. The recipes are amazing. I made it I didn't even plan on eating it for lunch. I was like, you know what? I got Zoom calls. I had a mastermind today. I'm like, you know what? This is hot. I'm going to throw it in my bowl. Took a picture of it. And as I was posting it, I was like, oh, I'm just going to add the link to my 5-day free group. What did you know? I got another 14 people today. Okay. That wanted to be part of the group. So you can see what I did, and I can't really see it, but I basically just talked about, like, again, I used some curiosity marketing, like, hey, are there any Brussels sprout lovers out there? I'm going to be sharing some of these. And at the bottom, I added the link to my 5-day free group so that they don't have to comment, but I do want the affinity. So I'm like, hey, if you just want the recipe, AKA all of you who have already done my free groups, comment below, right? Or you can just click this link to join the group. So I still got affinity. I still got people joining the group based on the fact that it took me literally like 6 minutes to take a picture of the lunch I was eating as I was like multitasking and listening to boxes. So you're like, how do I do this? How do I attach my group? This is what you do. So this is my free group. I'm running it with 3 brand new coaches. And if you are in Facebook, you click on these 3 little dots that you see with the blue box here. There's 3 dots, and when you hover that and click on it, you can go to Edit Group Settings, okay? And when you click on Edit Group Settings, it will take you to a page that looks like this, and this is where you can play around with your group. So where I have circled, it allows you, if you click Change Address, you can customize your link. So this link is customized to Faithfully Fit August Total Body Makeover. That's my link. So instead of the one that Facebook gives with lots of weird letters and numbers, I always customize it. So then when I'm adding it into my Facebook post, it looks pretty, right? It looks like, oh, Faithfully Fit August group. It looks legit. It adds credibility. There is another, if you go, I didn't have time to I had to go to Canva to make these. I actually did these, you guys, which I usually outsource. I did not have time to keep going into Canva and making things. But if you keep scrolling down on this page, this is important, guys, to make sure you take note. It says, admin has to approve people into the group. And you want, as the admin, you want to approve people into your group. Because when you start posting the link on Facebook, and this is now on my ad page, and now I have like 4 ads running on my like page, which if you're a brand new coach, just ignore that I said that because you're just going to use your personal page. But I've got ads running on my like page. I need to be looking at every person that wants to come into this group, because I've had It Works people or Thrive drinkers or whatever some of these other MLMs are that want to come into my group and start poaching people, or like freaks coming into my group that like are definitely not women that, don't live in this country, and I'm posting like my half naked body doing a workout. No thanks. So you want to do it for security, and you want to do it for protection of your business and your people that you're spending time building relationships with. You can also set it, again, I didn't make this, but if you keep scrolling down on this page, it allows you to have, as the admin, to approve posts that other people in your group want to post to the wall. So again, you want to be the one that approves that, because you could have somebody talking negative or like saying that your recipes suck, and they're totally entitled to their opinion, but you're running the group and you're putting a lot of hard work into it. And if you don't want to approve something negative on the wall of your group, then that's your prerogative. You need to be able to have control over that. Okay, so as the post runs, right? So now we've got a Facebook post up on your personal page or your like page, or you've got 3 CTAs that you have scheduled. As those are scheduled, as you're preparing what those are going to be, every day for 7 to 10 days prior to the group starting, I am sending at least 10 invites out a day. All right? And you want to increase that to 25 by the time you're a more tenured coach, so that literally you've invited like 300 people to your group, okay? And where does your list come from? Your list comes from going to your memory jogger and literally putting pen and paper to your list. And if you're a new rising star, you know that because that's part of our action from last night. But this is my script. Like, let's say I'm going to talk to Pam Blackwell. Like, hey, Pam. So I would do something personal. Like, hey, I saw your cute leggings on Facebook today. That's so awesome. Looks like you might be getting started working out. Made me think of you. Boom. This is the part I copy and paste. I'm actually hosting a 5-day total body makeover. So you guys can read it, right? It's really quick. I'm like, this is the group. This is what you're going to get. I'd love for you to join. Here's the link. I've been running the group. The energy is awesome. I'd love to see you. Done. I'm not ending with a question because I'm not inviting to a challenge group. I'm not doing anything except sending this out to them and trying to get them to have conversation. Okay. That doesn't mean that I've not sent this before and been like, do you think now might be the right time? I certainly have, and I've changed it. Again, it just depends on who I'm talking to, right? I would probably send this to like one of my neighbors that I see every day. If it's somebody that I'm not seeing every day, I would probably be like, does this sound like something that would benefit you? ? Instead of, I would love to have you join us. Okay. And this whole PowerPoint is going to get posted in the Poach page. So don't worry, you'll have access to it. All right. On Thursday, before the group opens, so Thursday morning, everyone is usually in the group, although I keep adding people through the weekend. But Thursday morning, before the group starts on Monday, I offer a contest, okay? And the only way that they can be part of the contest is to fill out a WUFU form. Now, let me stop right here. If you're a coach that's been coaching for less than 12 months, your heart might be like beating and you're like, a WUFU form? Tracking CTAs, this is sounding very overwhelming. And it is. It's going to be the first time you're putting a freemium together. It is going to be overwhelming. Probably for like the first 3 that you do by yourself. But then I promise you get a system and you duplicate it and you're like, oh yeah, I got this. But like in coaching, the first time you go live, the first time you run a challenge group, the first time you have a conversation with somebody about the coaching opportunity, it feels scary and it feels bigger than it will 6 months from now. And that means you're growing as a coach. So don't get overwhelmed about WUFU. It's totally easy. I'm going to walk you through it in 2 seconds. Okay. This is an example of what my post looks like. All right. I went to Walmart with my kids. My daughter will only wear like these Walmart shorts, thank God, that are like $3. So May and I go to Walmart to get her $3 shorts. And I'm like, oh my goodness, look at all these adorable, cute tank tops. $3.94. I bought 50 bucks worth of them. I threw extra large to extra small all in my cart. Okay. As many as I could. So now I've got the stash right next to me of all these adorable tanks, because what woman doesn't want like a cute tank to wear? We all want a cute tank to wear, right? So the first post in the group is like, hey, welcome to the group. We start on Monday. I'm excited you joined us. If you are interested in getting some new threads for your workout, here's some, here's a contest. And I think there was another post that I did. This might be the wrong one. But I do the contest on 2 things. 1, I ask for referrals, the person that adds the most people to the group. And 2, the most spirited award, the person who's the most interactive with my challengers. And so I'm like, if you want to be in the contest, then I want you to check in on a daily basis. I want you to fill out this WUFU form and I want you to have fun, right? So I post about the contest. I post what the contest is for. It's for two reasons. This is the wrong post. Referring people, and I say, here's the link that you send to ask your friends to join if they want to do this. And then 2 is most spirited. This post I think is wrong. This I think is at the very end of the group. I do a 3rd contest, which I'll explain in a second. So now what they have is they have that email. They have the navigation bar link that I showed you guys how to create. And I give that to them. And I'm like, you can copy and paste this and send it to any friend that you think would add value. And so now I have all these people that are being added to my group because they all want a tank top. Right? So I've got like 10 people that are new that have been added. Now I'm going to assume that a lot of those people that they're trying to add were not asked to be in the group. So some people don't ever respond to me. Some people are like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I was asked to be part of this. So it's hit or miss, but I'll show you how I track that too. So you need to find a way that's going to work for you to track the names of the people, their email address, what their goals are, how many times you're talking to them in the midst of a challenge group. Are you connected with them on Facebook, which means like, are you friends? And have you invited them to a challenge group? So let me show you what I do. And again, you guys, I did paper to pen for 2 years. Now I'm getting fancier with Excel documents, and Tracy T helps me. So those of you that are outsourcing, this was very small, this spreadsheet. So what I did is I took all the columns and made it big. So basically what happens is all the new people, Tracy T or myself, will put the name of the person in the challenge group. And then did they introduce themselves on a post? Because after I do the contest post, the next post that goes out is like, hey, introduce yourself and tell us X, Y, and Z about you. Did they introduce themselves? Yes or no? Did they fill out a WooFoo form? Yes or no? And as you can see, I only got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only got 11 people out of like 20. So I only got like half of them to fill out a WooFoo form. So I'm actually really happy about that. Like I'm happy if 20% of people fill out a WooFoo form. And we're going to get to what those are. But WooFoo forms are awesome because it gives me all of their information and it populates into a really pretty document so I can track and add these people to Streak. And again, new people, don't be like, Streak. It's okay. You don't need to worry about Streak right now. All right. Have I sent them an email address in Gmail? So what I want to do is I want to get these people's email address and I want to take them to Gmail because I categorize people in Streak. But for you, if Facebook Messenger is working for you right now, that is okay. Down the road, you're going to want to have email addresses because if Facebook ever decides they're going to like implode and disappear, your whole network goes with it. So it's sort of like an insurance plan. Again, I didn't get anyone's email addresses until I'd been coaching for about 18 months. So just take your own baby steps, okay? But I like to know if they're in Gmail or not. Have they been Facebook message or are they in Gmail? So I know what all those codes mean. Am I in a conversation with them? And then you can see, like here, it's like a pipeline. You can see I'm losing some people. There's people that no matter what, they're not responding. They have gone dark on me. I messaged them 2 times. They're not responding. Maybe I've gone to try to friend request them. And some people have their account set where you can't even friend request them. So some people, there's just nothing that comes out of it, okay? And you can see it gets smaller and smaller as we go through here. So I don't ask them to be friends with me on Facebook until toward the end of the group. Like on Wednesday or Thursday, if I've been corresponding with somebody quite a bit and we're going back and forth, after we have like some good rapport maybe, I might go in and friend request them. And usually if I know they're in Facebook, it's instant and they accept my friend request, okay? Sometimes they still have gone dark and I'll still friend request them anyway and they never accept, and that's okay. And then you can see the only people, if you go to invited to a challenge group or another freemium, the only people that I'm able to invite are the ones that are corresponding with me, right? So out of these like 20 some odd people, I only was able to invite 6 people. Now out of those 6 people, 3 ended up signing up. And again, new people, that's not usually the norm. You have to think of freemiums as setting yourself up for 6 months down the road. So my first couple of freemiums that I ran, I didn't get Success Club points like right away. That wasn't the goal. So you have to let yourself know, like, okay, I'm going to do a freemium in August. That's going to really be for like my November, December. And that's the mentality that you want to take. It's just like Beachbody. It's not get rich quick. Freemiums are not like build a huge network fast. But these are the things that I track. So this is something, if you're on the verge of outsourcing, I outsource this. I don't do this, right? My time is used in other places. Where I outsource this information so that when the information is populated, it's me starting the relationship, right? We don't need my personality or my authenticity to fill out an Excel form. So I can pay, $5 to get the form populated, and it is worth every dollar to me to have that done. All right, this is what a WooFoo form looks like. So if you go to woofoo.com, WUFOO.com, you can create a free account. And what I do, again, when I offer the first post in my freemium, I will say I'm running a contest. Who can give me the most referrals? I don't say it like that. I say I'm running a contest, like who's excited and has friends that want to get fit and healthy? Who doesn't want recipes? If you know people, bring them in. We want to help as many people as we can. and then the most spirited award. And then what I'll do is I will, at the end, and you guys are going to get access to the content of this freemium, but on the last day, I'm like, hey, do you guys remember the contest that we talked about? Because I'm going to be announcing who those winners are. I'm going to announce who gave me the most referrals and who helped the most people and who's been the most spirited. But I have a third contest for you that I'm going to reveal tomorrow. Again, curiosity marketing. But just so everyone knows, you're not eligible for the contest unless you fill out a WooFoo form. And then I put the link in. Okay? So when you go to WooFoo, you fill this form out. It's super simple. Their name, their email. Are they working with another Beachbody coach? What are they doing for workouts? What's their nutrition like? And what's their biggest goal? Right? It gets conversation started. So I'll say to them, you can't be eligible for a free tank top unless you filled out a WooFoo form. So I will keep reminding that I need that WooFoo form filled out. So that's what the WooFoo form looks like. You can save it, and then it allows you to copy the link. It's super easy, super user-friendly. It like intimidated me forever, and then like I got my WooFoo form in like 15 minutes. I'm like, this is awesome. And then every person that fills out your WooFoo form, you can do export into a spreadsheet, and it will give you a spreadsheet with everyone's name and all their answers. And then you can create extra columns if you want to, so that like, oh yeah, I'm talking to this girl. Oh yeah, she needs to lose 40 pounds. Okay, wow, I should probably talk to her about signing up as a coach. I should talk to her about giving me a 6-month commitment. I should talk to her about doing on demand. You have an idea on how to help these people when they're filling out the WooFoo. So conversations. When do we start conversations? So your group opens up with a contest on Thursday, or at least that's how I do it. I start conversations as soon as those WooFoos go out, which is through the weekend. I'm starting conversations. I start small and light, you guys. I'm not throwing up all over them. Hey, Pam, so glad you decided to join the group. I saw your WooFoo and that you're looking to lose 10 pounds for your wedding. So exciting. Have you picked a location yet? Question mark. That's it. That's it. I think as coaches, we sometimes feel like we've got to like give them all of our information. No, I don't mention any products. Yuck. I don't mention, all I say is like, I am a health and fitness coach. I'm also a fitness instructor. I don't even say insanity instructor. Nothing. I want them to basically, if they're my tribe, I want them to fall in love with who I am and me fall in love with them. We're courting each other. We're not going to just throw up and tell each other everything on the first date. And then I want to ask them, I want to say, like, how can I help you? Like, so now I might be going back and forth with Pam about her wedding. Where is it? What are her colors? What flowers? Where's the location? And then I'll be like, okay, so let's get back to this 10 pounds that you need to lose. What do you feel like you need the most help with? Right? And all weekend long, before the group even starts, I'm talking to these people and I'm getting to know them. So now it's Monday. Now it's Sunday night. My group's about to kick off. I always go live. That's why I do the group in Facebook. I know Juliet loves using the Beachbody On Demand tracker, which I think is also awesome. And they're almost there in terms of allowing us to go live, but I love to go live. So I'll go live. If you're too scared to go live or you're not there yet, just make a video and stick it on YouTube. If you don't know YouTube, you're going to have to learn it when you go through Faithfully Fit Academy anyway and have your own channel. So you might as well eat that frog and get it over with. But I set the expectation in the group and I never go over 3.5 minutes. So I'm like, here's what I expect from you. Engagement. I'm going to give you 2 posts a day. Here's what you can expect from me. You get the workout at night so you can do it first thing in the morning. Short and sweet. Let's have fun. Right? And then the content is 2 posts per day. I'm trying to get through this so I get you guys off. 2 posts per day. One that's relevant to the group. So every night I'm giving them a workout. Every morning I'm giving them like a fitness topic or something about nutrition. The pictures that I'm in the group, I'm using the curiosity marketing, right? I am not talking about Shakeology, but I probably have a picture of me in my cup or my 3-day refresh cup, right? Maybe now it's a picture of you and your kid is holding like, you know, not posing, but like holding a packet of Morning Sunshine. Daily.
Daily
Yes,
sunshine.
thank you, Daily Sunshine. So there's lots of different things you could do. Maybe you're making a video and you're not saying anything, but you've got this bright yellow stuff and you're like, hey guys, I'm about ready to get my workout in. I've got my pre-drink ready. Just wanted to check in with everyone, see how the energy is going. Put an emoji and let me know how you're feeling. Maybe it's like that simple and you're just shaking your Energize, but you're not saying what it is, but you are saying you're drinking your pre-stuff. And a lot of people are going to be like, what are you drinking? It's bright yellow. Of course they're going to ask what you're drinking, you know? Ask questions, take polls, right? I do a lot of polls in my groups. I do a nutrition check every single night, and I'll take pictures of my meals. So here I am, my cup of love. No one knows what that is, but it's brown. What is she drinking? And these are pictures that actually are not my own food. I stole them from the girl that shared the recipes with me, and I just threw my logo on. She gave the permission. She's like, use whatever you want. I'm like, thank you. So these are cinnamon eggs with a bunch of fruit and almond butter, and this is a turkey hash and guacamole on top of her lettuce, and this is the burger, obviously, with green beans. And these are all things that have been made from the meal plan I provide, right? And so I'm like, okay, guys, what did you guys have? And give me an emoji that rates your day. Booyah, so-so, I need more help. People are more inclined on their cell phones when they're rushed and life is busy to reply with one emoji. You get a lot of feedback from those kinds of posts. Okay, closing the group. I still have not mentioned Beachbody. A lot of people do. I still have not. But I do a what's next post. So I'll do like just a random sticker or something like this. And I'll be like, hey, what's next? For those of you that have loved this group, I offer longer groups. If you're excited about learning more about what I do, ask me. Like, it's super easy. And then they're like, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I get all these people. And then again, I'm having the conversations and I'm inviting more behind the scenes. Then I'll go live sometimes to follow up, to tell them what a great job they did, to thank them. I'll revisit the contest. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be announcing on Sunday the 2 winners, but I've got a third contest. And the third contest is getting them into doing coach behaviors. So now I'm like, okay, here's the third contest. I'm going to be drawing again on Sunday. You get your name in the prize by commenting below what your favorite thing was about the group. You get your name in the drawing twice by sharing your results in the comment section. Share your results. And 3, you get your name 3 times for the drawing if you do number 1 and number 2 on Facebook or Instagram and tag me. Right? That's a coach behavior. So now what's the purpose of that post is my rock stars will actually show me coaching behaviors. And now I'm going to start having a coaching conversation with someone who actually goes and posts on Facebook and tags me. That's what coaches do. So now I'm getting a pipeline of who I want to be talking to about the team and the coaching opportunity. So that's what I usually will do on Friday. I'm having conversations all weekend now. I'm inviting them to my challenge group. That's a week or 2 after. I'm adding people to Streak, and I'm leaving every person a personal voice message, thanking them for letting me help them. Now, does that mean I'm doing it individually? No. For those of you that were on the phone last night or that are in training, I'm leaving one message, like a hey girl message, thanks so much, and I'm forwarding it to every single person in the group. You can only do that from your cell phone. I think I've got a question. Let's see. How do I link to the original post? That's an awesome question, Nicole. So when you want to link to the actual old post, I'm going to show you that. Just give me a second and I'm almost done. So where do you start? You guys have access to all of our freemiums in the Google Drive. Everyone on the team does. Take a picture or write this down if you want to check it out tonight. But it's tinyurl.com/faithfullyfit freemiums. And every freemium that I've at least ever done is in the Google Drive. So you have the content to everything. So you can copy and paste the content, make your own videos, and it's yours. So there's a bunch of stuff in there. So I encourage you to go check it out. So if you've not run a freemium yet, get with your personally sponsored coach and make a plan to run one. Make sure that you have a challenge group to invite afterwards, right? You don't want to do these freemiums and then not have anything to invite to. So when you're doing your calendar for how to market your freemium, make sure that either they can, I usually like a week in between because some people take a while to make a decision. So I usually do 2 weeks after. So my freemium starts the 7th. I do have a challenge group starting the 14th, but I have another one starting on the 28th. So that way people that are ready to go can pop into the 14th, and those that are not can go to the 28th. And I'll just have them do like Shaun T week while they're waiting for the group to start. Use the teams, make up your own or do a combo. So just use other people on the team. Like I'm doing one with 3 other people on our team right now. So you don't have to do a freemium all by yourself. If you're doing it with a group, what I suggest in terms of tracking people is when you guys are each sharing the link, you only approve your own people to get into the group. Because then when you look at the members of the group, it says like Kira Smart added by Tracy Blomgren Balderak. So we know that Kira Smart is my person. Brandy Upright added by, Juliette Hahn. So we know that Brandy is Juliette's person. So that works out nicely. And then we make a spreadsheet, and a spreadsheet will just show here's all Juliette's people, here's all Tracy's people, here's all Pam's people. And you can use a Google Drive if you're doing it as a group to track all of your touches and are you friends on Facebook, but then no one's confused on whose person is who. And plan to do freemiums every month, right? So that your process is going to keep getting better, and that's the only thing that's going to keep your pipeline full as your warm market starts to dry up. So that is that. Nicole, I'll go and show you right now really quickly how to link to a group. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. So here we are. Let's say that I want to take this post that I did of this Shift Shop girl. So I click here on where it says 1 hour. I click on that, and that takes me to the actual link that I can highlight up here, and then I can paste that into a post.
Nice.
So that's another thing I want to tell you guys about. So one of the videos that I do, so I do these workout videos, right? One of the videos, actually 2 of the videos I do, one was when I was teaching Insanity with Juliet and we were getting snowed out. One of the days we got snowed out was one of the days that I was coaching. So that I was teaching. So what I did is I went into my basement. I emailed all the girls in the class, and I was like, I'm going to do the workout on my like page. Here's the link. And I went live on my like page, and I did the entire class live. Well, then I posted it. And now guess what? I click on the date of when that original post went, and that is the actual post that I use on like Wednesday night of my freemium. So they have to do Insanity Thursday morning. Well, every time I use that post, when they comment after they do the workout, they're actually commenting on my original post. And what happens is it's boosting that post again on my like page. So I know it's scary to go live on your workouts, and a lot of you guys do like snippets of your workouts. And a lot of us will be like, okay, I'm just stopping for a minute. I have 2 minutes left, and then I'm going to, you guys can do it with me and be my motivators. As scary as it is, try being like, hey guys, it's speed 25 today. I'm on round 2 and I'm starting 25-minute workouts, and I want you to see like how easy this is. Join me. Come on, hurry up and join me. Make it quick and get right to it. And then if you're too embarrassed, just cover it up so you don't have to like see yourself working out or that anyone is making comments. But if you go live and you make that post, as scary as it is, you're going to get affinity, right? And then you can always give that post legs again, because you can use that post in freemiums, right? And so you'll see weird posts are popping up of mine from Faithfully Fit Academy, because I'm having some of those students go back and comment like, hey, tell me which of my old, CTAs inspires you the most to make your own. Comment on the actual old post. And they're commenting on the old post, and it bumps it. And guess what? I've had people be like, hey, I'm ready to do PIO. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's talk. Like the PIO was on a 2-year-old post, but it makes legs. It brings that post back to life again. And it's actually creating CTAs all over again without me having to do the work. So think about that. It's all about like your job as a coach gets easier the more you can duplicate, right? When you have a freemium, you can duplicate. Easy. When you have posts, like if you have a post that gets awesome traction, figure out a way to use it in your free groups, because when you link it, that gets traction all over again, and that post will constantly work for you month after month after month, and it's pretty awesome.
And Tracy, you do the live workouts on your like page, correct? You don't do them on your personal page.
I've done them on both, but I do most on my like page.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever done a full workout on my personal page because Facebook is cracking down on, using a like page for a like page. So, all right. Does anyone have questions? Did that help? Yes.
Portia's she's doing her first freemium right now. So I know this is great for her to hear. She's on, today, Wednesday? Yeah. So she's midweek.
Awesome. Heidi, in like 2 or 3 minutes, because I know it's late, is there something that I know we do our freemiums different, and probably in a couple months I'm going to have you do this to go through your whole process since it's a little bit different. But what is like one thing that I may not have mentioned that totally blows it away for you, that helps you from a success standpoint?
That's what I was trying to think of as you're going through it. And I mean, honestly, I can't think of, because I've implemented so many things that you do that's so similar. And if I didn't, you already touched on it. The only thing that I've done differently in the past couple months is I've done all my freemiums with my coaches. That's the only thing. I used to do them by myself, and they would run theirs by themselves, and I would just be a participant. And there's definitely benefits of both. Like there's benefits of doing it on your own because you create your own brand. It's just you, so on. People really get to know you. But what I've loved about the group freemiums is they get to know our team. And so they see, oh, wow, there's all these different styles, all these different people. And it has helped my coaches kind of get over the fear of inviting, because it's just so much easier to invite to something free. So I've been using it more as like a coach onboarding tool. It's shifted. It used to be a way for me to connect with people, which it still is, but it's more of, wow, like this is really helping my coaches and they're making new relationships. And so it's kind of been like a dual focus for me. So I'm doing the same. I mean, the Wufoo Forum has been amazing. I think I got 3 challenge packs probably from the last freemium solely from doing the Wufoo Forum. So that was pretty amazing. The contests are great. I'm trying to think of anything else you said. I honestly, right now, I can't think of anything except to just do, I know I was going to say, I also have been doing the same one. I mean, there's some meal plan changes here and there, but I've been sticking with the same one as well, because just like you, Tracy, was having a lot of people join just my free groups. So that's been really good. I think this group, I have like almost all new people, that people who've never been in a freemium before. And that is really good. So I would just encourage you guys to keep doing them every month. Don't get discouraged. Don't look at it like, oh, I didn't get any challenge packs, so I'm not going to do it again. Just keep doing them. They'll get easier, they'll get better, and they'll pay off.
Yeah, agree.
Trace, so I use Google Docs. Is there a big difference between those two?
I don't think so. I think as long as you've got a way to track, I mean, pen and paper would be fine, but like it's just when you get more experience and you're getting 30, 50, 80 people, like you've got to have an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. Yeah. And then the Wufoo is also awesome too, because you can copy and paste email addresses right into Streak. When you go to Emerald Diamond Trading, you'll learn Streak. So I think they're the same thing, just some sort of a tracker. So, all right, guys, it's late. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully all of you guys that are watching this video helps, but thank you guys so much for your time. And I will post all this information in the Poach page later tonight.
Thanks. Wait, okay. Trace, real quick. Did you send Jim the picture? Or did you just send
I was doing that right before we started, so it's in my inbox. I'll do it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I all of a sudden was like, oh crap. I
got it. It's like sitting on my desktop ready to go.
And then we can talk about my dad would come and totally take pictures. I know that sounded weird.
I think we need it.
It sounds strange, but
or we could like go with the guy that you flashed. What was his name?
Oh, Leo. That's true. He probably would do it too. But my dad would do it for free.
I think Leo might do it for free too.
That's what I was just going to say. Free for me at least, right?
Now Leo can do it for free.
Maybe my boob will fall out again. Oh, sorry. Is that payment enough? I think his wife is pretty hot. She probably has got better boobs because they're not, saggy nurse ones. All right. That's enough. I'm going to bed.
All right, guys.
Bye.
See you
Good
later.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.